There we go. That's an MS69, and that's the flagship product of ISN Coins. Now, first of all, hello everyone. My name is Eric Padden, and today what I'd like to do is just basically introduce myself and share with you some of my thoughts on the different silver MLMs that are out there. A little about myself first. I'm a family man from San Diego, California, and basically live here with my wife, my son, my dog, and live a pretty normal life. I've been a successful executive in the vacation ownership business for the last 17 years, and I've worked for companies like Hilton, Marriott, Wyndham. It's been important to me to work for companies that had a legitimate product that I knew would actually work for my owners. And I feel like I've been very fortunate to help thousands of people take really nice vacations and create those memories with their family. And sometimes people need that little extra encouragement, like, hey, come on, you paid for it, go take it. And I think there's something to be said for that when it comes to silver as well. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is kind of what led me to the silver ISN business that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Basically, I was in a position where, with the tough economy, I wasn't really making the kind of money that I was used to making to take care of my family. And so the only good thing about that for me is that it led me to look into some other opportunities that were out there and just see what types of business opportunities existed that might allow me to create multiple streams of income. And certainly I couldn't afford a franchise or anything at this point. I wanted to look into something that you could get into relatively inexpensive, but that could maybe build over time a decent residual income. And so this leads you, as probably any of you know, to the different network marketings that are out there. Many of those I have found, when you do your research, there always seems to be an overpriced product in there somewhere. Often it's a product that you probably wouldn't buy anyway, if it wasn't attached to the actual business opportunity. So I was kind of doing my research on Google and YouTube and just checking out different blogs and so on. And I came across some silver MLMs, and that kind of caught my interest because I'm a real believer in silver myself, and I've been collecting it for years. And there was different companies out there. I went ahead and did research on each and every one of them. Countless hours of research trying to find out which company offered the best product, blend of compensation and the overall opportunity. And so I kind of narrowed it down to my final 3 prospects. And if you don't have one of your company's names, if you're already in the silver business and I don't mention your company's name, please don't take it wrong. I don't really want to knock any of the companies that are out there, as long as they're delivering a legitimate silver product. I think anything that gets you to put silver away, and basically protect your family's purchasing power in the future is only a positive thing. However, for my personal research, I was looking for the best blend once again between the actual product, the price point. And so I narrowed it down in my case to 3 of them. The biggest one out there is Numis. Many of you might be familiar with them if you're in the business. And they offer MS70. It's a perfect silver eagle coin as their flagship product. And if you're a coin collector and you're doing it for that reason, that might be a good way to go for you. I've always looked at silver more from the bullion value of it myself. And so I felt like with the MS70, you were overpaying a little bit from that perspective as far as the cost of the coin, for the silver that's in it. Also, the Numis network also had about a $500 startup, and that was a little high, I felt like, in this economy. I think for some people that could be the difference between them being able to go with your opportunity and maybe not go at all, maybe not be able to justify it. So good company, but overall a little out of the price point I was looking for. I went down to the lower end, and there was XAG, who probably, as far as bullion products, has one of the best bullion products. Silver Snowball is real popular, but that wasn't what I was looking for because it didn't build a residual income long term. It doesn't allow you to leverage your time, which is what I'm looking for. I want to be able to start, not every week at square one, but be building, and receiving fruits from my labors from last week, last month, last year. And I think some of you, if you're watching this video, you're coming along the same line of thinking. So with ZAG, the challenge with them was strictly a bullion product. And when you're selling bullion, it can get a little bit tricky in a couple of ways. One is you can't mark up the bullion too much. If you try and mark it up enough to support a good commission structure, you're going to price yourself out of the market, and people are going to buy their bullion elsewhere. The other issue is most of the companies that have been bullion based over the years have been closed down, because without a securities license, really selling bullion is you're not supposed to be doing it at all. I think really the one that was the most appealing to me when I looked at it from all the different angles was ISN, International Silver Network. They had just started this year, actually, in 2011, just launched, And what they did is they took the different compensation structures that were out there, obviously looked at all of them, and tried to pull the best, keep it nice and simple. And I'll save the specifics for another video. But the bottom line, unlike the bullion, and another reason that a lot of people, maybe if they understood the differences between a collectible coin and regular bullion, might prefer the collectible coin, is if there ever was another, I guess what would you call it? Confiscation is probably the best word. I can't really call it a recall because not everybody has government coins. But if there was a situation where the government decided they were going to go to gold or silver-based currency, and they wanted to, let's call it, confiscate all the metals, bullion that was out there, kind of like they did in 1930 when they took the country's gold. If they were to ever do that again, legally you would have to give up your bullion, but a collector's coin is non-declarable, and you can legally keep that. You don't have to tell them about it. So I like that idea, and not that I want to pay way too much for it as far as an MS-70, but with ISN, I think they did a brilliant thing in that they took the MS-69, and that way it's a beautiful coin. The average person can't tell the difference between an MS-69 and an MS-70. But the MS-69, you're only paying about maybe $12 over spot, so it's not astronomical if you're looking at it from a bullion level. And it allows you to build a commission structure that can actually support a multi-level opportunity. I like the idea of the price point. With ISN, you're basically going to buy in at $149, and that's going to include your coin, your back office, everything you need to get started. And depending on the price of silver, you might be looking at about $99 a month right now for your auto ship, which includes a new coin shipped out to you each and every month. And then that extra $49, that's a fixed fee. So it kind of go up and down with silver on the coin. $49 is fixed. And that's a beautiful number because it allows you to have enough in there to build a business, a business that can actually make a difference in your life over time. And anybody that's looking at this from the right angle is going to see that, and they're going to be able to appreciate that. It's deductible, as a business expense, and it's necessary to have that in order to create a lucrative, profitable commission structure that really adds up over time. And yet it's not so overpriced that most people can't justify it. So anyway, I wanted to just share with you. I did come into this with no preconceived ideas about which company I was going to go with. I had no loyalties. I had no friends or family that were in any particular company. I just did my research, and this is where my research led me, was to ISN Coins. And I'm very impressed with the people I'm working with. Hopefully you'll go take a look at my blog. My blog is isncoinsbusiness.com. And if you go to isncoinsbusiness.com, you'll see that blog there. My business partners helped me set that up with zero out-of-pocket cost. Some of the other companies I was looking into, I asked, what would it take, what would you do to help me get my business going? Why should I join your business? And many of them would charge me or refer me to somebody who would charge me to really get a good internet presence going. And so I'm very impressed with the help I've received, and if you're looking at this on isncoinsbusiness.com, that blog was created with my downline support without one penny out of my pocket. They did take hours of their time on Skype and everything to help get me going. And so very impressed with the team. I'd love to have you be part of my team. They've now taught me how to do exactly the same thing for you. And so I think your timing is excellent. Silver, what a great business. Let's say somebody does this and they don't rock and roll with the business side of it. Worst thing that happens with our business is, a year down the road, you're in much better shape than you were financially. I think silver is in the beginning of what's going to be a big run, and we'll talk about some of that on another video. But for now, I'd like to just thank you once again for taking your valuable time to take a look at this video. And my name is Eric Patton. I'd love to work with you. If you're considering any type of an MLM, or particularly a silver MLM, feel free to give me a call. My number is 858-705-2487. Once again, you can check out my blog, and that would be at isncoinsbusiness.com. So Eric Patton once again, 858-705-2487. Let's talk about how we can get you either some bullion. If you're just interested in bullion, we can help you out with that, get you a really good deal on a roll or two to get your collection started. Or if you want to just go on auto ship for a coin, we can do that too. And of course, the business opportunity is what I'm most excited about. So thanks again for your time, and I hope to see you on the next video.